Welcome to an island paradise in the Philippines you've probably never heard of.
In our last video, we showed you the jaw-dropping beauty of Cresta de Gallo, a remote sandbar that alone makes the journey here worth it. But what most people don't realize is that Sibuyan Island is so much more than just a gateway to that paradise. It's one of the last untouched islands in the Philippines, peaceful and incredibly beautiful. Far off the typical tourist trail, it rewards those adventurous enough to visit with stunning waterfalls, crystal clear rivers, and a glimpse into authentic island life. This is the kind of place that makes you fall in love with slow travel.
We are starting our day exploring Sibuyan Island here at Cataja Falls, a true hidden gem, let me tell you.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to find. Google Maps is definitely not accurate whatsoever. We got lost and had to ask for directions, which was a whole adventure in itself because surprisingly, in some places on this island, there is a bit of a barrier speaking English, but thankfully we did find a group of Filipinos who adopted us into their family, and they were asking for directions. So we're now just following them. And
and we actually dropped a pin at the place where we parked the motorbike, so it might be a little bit easier for you to find it. We're gonna put it in the description down below, but you still have to make the hike.
Yep, and I have no idea how long this hike is, so I guess we're just gonna find out. Good thing we have our translators, so we're gonna ask hopefully some locals along the way of how to get there.
And we are at our first river crossing. And the river is actually pretty warm.
It's strangely warm.
Strangely warm.
It should be cold, but...
Yeah, and usually those like rivers close to waterfalls are kind of cold and refreshing, but this one is nice and warm. Also, so far, the way here was not really challenging, and it is marked as a challenging hike to the waterfall.
To be fair, we're just at the start, so I don't know about the rest of the way. However, the one in Busay Falls that we did in our last video also, it was said that was challenging, and it ended up being a very easy 10-minute walk.
Maybe challenging to find. That could be.
I honestly think that's what they mean.
Yeah.
Very, very challenging to find.
But so far, it is a wonderful walk here in nature. I love that.
We were so thankful for the help from our new Filipino friends. We definitely would have gotten lost trying to find this waterfall on our own. Filipinos have such a special way of making you feel welcome. As we walked together, we chatted about life on the island. They shared how much they loved the peace, the beauty, and the slower pace of everyday life here. And that's part of the magic of this island. It's not about the destination, it's about the unexpected journey and the people you meet along the way. That's where the real adventure lives.
You never really know the weather in a tropical paradise. One second it's sunny, the other second it starts raining. I'm just happy that we are in the jungle here right now, a little bit covered by the trees. So hopefully by the time we are at the waterfall, it stops again. After about half an hour walk, we made it to the waterfall, and unfortunately it does not look as impressive as we saw on pictures. It might be because it hasn't rained in the last month. It downpoured a little bit yesterday, but that did not give the waterfall enough water to look impressive. It is still really beautiful. The walk here is just stunning. And it's just great to be here with just a few locals. That's it. There are no other foreign tourists. Very peaceful place.
We didn't spend too much time at this waterfall because, again, it doesn't look as we expected. There's not enough water. Actually, our local friends as well who brought a lot of gear, they're leaving as well and on the lookout for a different waterfall. Woo! And we want to check out 2 more spots today, and it's been raining quite a bit in the afternoon on some of these days in the past couple of days, so we want to make sure that we hopefully can do those 2 before Mother Nature turns on us. And maybe she won't. Maybe today will be a sunny day for the rest of the day. Fingers crossed. Now we gotta walk back. At least it's been a very nice and enjoyable walk. Very pretty. Let's hope the next waterfall we have more luck.
Even though the first waterfall wasn't quite what we expected, our spirits were still high because honestly, our favorite part of this island is just cruising around on a motorbike, taking in the beauty all around us. This island invites you to slow down and experience a laid-back adventure. Quiet roads, stunning views, and that feeling of freedom you only get on 2 wheels. It's not about ticking off attractions here, it's about the journey. the peaceful pace, and the little moments along the way that make this island so special.
And on the way to waterfall number 2. And again, no signs. Yeah, hard to get to, hard to find.
Hard to find. It's always not that challenging of a hike, but just you have no idea where to go, so you have to ask locals. Thankfully, we did find some kids who spoke English, and they directed us the right way because we were going the wrong way.
The completely wrong direction, like the other side.
So I'm very
Seriously.
thankful that they asked us where we were going, and like, yeah, wrong way.
I can hear it.
Are you sure things are inside?
No, I can hear the waterfall.
Yes.
I think we're close. I think this one, the walk is not as far as the previous one.
The walk was actually pretty easy. It was just about 15 minutes if you know where you're going. So thankfully we got some help. And the waterfall is actually very, very small, but the water is crystal clear. It's really pretty. Very, very cute. I really like it. And of course, it's just me, Daniel, and a bunch of local kids. Pretty much like anywhere else on the island, it's just us and the locals. We haven't seen foreign tourists at all the entire time that we've been here, which is so crazy because this island is so beautiful.
The water is really refreshing and just the right temperature to cool down in this 29-30 degree heat here. Beautiful, crystal clear. We just hiked up to the other tier, so the last tier of the waterfall. Looks very similar to the first one. The water is again crystal clear, but now we have to make our way back because we have one more stop on the way to our guest house, and that's a beautiful river. We want to make sure that we get there by before sunset, so we actually can enjoy some time there as well.
Our last stop is at Cantingas River, and I know we said this a million times already, but I cannot get over how insanely crystal clear this water is. I mean, seriously, on the entire island. I'm just so incredibly shocked. And of course, as always, it's just us and local families and kids. It's so nice. This is one of the things I love about Sibuyan Island. Wherever you go, you just feel like you're hanging out in an area where everybody there is just hanging out. It's part of their everyday life. It's their hangout spot where they meet up with their friends and their family. I just love it. I just feel like we're seeing a piece of authentic Filipino life, and everyone here is so friendly and so curious. Clearly they don't get a lot of tourists because they always seem so surprised to see us. Wow, this island has so much beauty.
What a fantastic end to a time here in Sibuyan Island. This was an amazing day. There's so much more to explore. There are many more waterfalls, and one very popular thing to do here actually is hiking Mount Kiting. Many Filipinos come here to train for the Everest area, so it is a challenging 3-day hike. We just heard from our local friends here that there are actually 1-day hikes as well. So unfortunately we learned about it a little bit too late. Next time we'll have to come back.
It just gives us an excuse to come back, that's for sure. Honestly, a lot of the reason to come here is because of Cresta de Gallo, but we've really fallen in love with Sibuyan Island. It is so charming. It really feels like life slows down here, and it's been so incredible to just see local life, observe it, be part of it.
Yeah.
People here are so friendly. We have an amazing time, and we are exploring more islands of the Romblon province, so stay tuned for that. We're heading to Romblon tomorrow. More beautiful crystal water, white sand beaches.
I feel like you'll hear this a lot from us in the next few weeks.
We do apologize, but seriously, that's
Amazing.
the best. We need to go with more adjectives.
Yeah. Anyway, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, comment down below what did you like about this island. It really helps us out, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye.